Okay, here we have it. Old guy in the shed with another friend's motorcycle. This, as you can see, is the Moto Guzzi. It's the V35 Imola Mark II. God, it's a pretty bike. It's eye-wateringly pretty. Got everything right with the styling here. One of the other reasons why I'm doing this at the moment is that I've been on social media and been watching YouTube, and I've had to come off. The world's gone mad. Everybody needs a shed. Everybody needs to ride motorbikes, scare themselves half to death and realise it's all pretty good really, because this particular machine is enough to make anybody forget all their problems, because you just got to concentrate when you ride it. It's nippy, it's not mind-manglingly fast, but it's quick enough. It speaks to you through the exhaust, just such a wonderful note. I'm not going to bother firing it up for you guys, I am sorry, but I've learned that the sound quality that I have just does not do this thing, would never do this thing justice, ever. It's just sweet as you like. Responds beautifully to the throttle, responds to the handling. It's so light, it's so precise. It is so Italian. Who knew that I liked Italian? Right, the other side of it is, I've waxed lyrical about all its wonderful features, the tone, the 4-valve heads, the style, and it is beautiful. I'm going to do this time, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to do a little walk around to show you the bike a little bit more from different sides, maybe. Not by much, but I'm going to give it a go. But beautiful little dashboard, very slimline shape, absolutely beautiful little tail end to it. This bike really is extremely pretty. As you can see, it is in good condition for its year, and well, I have to say, a little 350 4-valve head, nice little motor, very different to the 350 I presented the other day, which was the little Air Mackie. The whole thing is a nice package, except for the fact that had I got hold of this bike when I was a young man, I would have been cock of the walk. It would have been fabulous. But I didn't ride it very far. Loved every minute of it. With these bars, the clip-on bars, the sort of racy style, very sporty style to it. Too old, too knackered, you can't squeeze me up like that anymore, you know, I just can't do it. I've got to be a bit more, yeah, and that's just the way it gets to you. By the time you're old enough to appreciate the fucking things, you're too old to actually get the most out of them. But there you go, that's life, I guess. And I do think that a lot of this sort of a bike is misrepresented all the time. I really do. I have another surprise coming, which probably next week, early next week, which I don't know, you might be interested in. I've got absolutely no idea. I'm interested in it, so that's that. As I've said in the past, you know, being in my shed is my space, it's not yours. And if you like what you see in my shed, great. I'm more than happy to share it, and to share the enthusiasm for two wheels with an engine. And because really speaking, that's what it's all about. The shed space is a space where I just enjoy being politically incorrect and intrigued and allowed to just really get on with what I enjoy doing. I'm sure one or two of you are the same, I'm pretty sure. And if you're not the same, go learn to be it, it's great. Having this space in your life is just absolutely wonderful. A lot of my friends also have sheds. They also share my views, and we don't see each other very often because we spend so much time in our sheds. Come the better weather, come post-COVID, we will get out on the bikes and we will do some more riding around, and we will get on with a bit more, and that'll be good. That'll be interesting first time around, because we haven't seen each other for a good long time now, so there will be an awful lot of fat to chew and a lot of rubbish to be talked. Because I am the first to admit that when we all get together, we do talk an immense amount of utter bollocks. It really is just utter rubbish that we just chatter on about. But it's all centred around having motorbikes, and it's a great leveller. It's a great subject for people to get together and talk about. I have been asked to do a video about the Norge. I don't know whether to or not. I have centred most of this around the older stuff, but a guy has asked me, so I just might do it. What I'm going to do is, before I do that, is I'm going to go off and have a go on it again, because I've ridden it this year, but not pretty much, early in the year. I'm going to give it a good ride, give it a good sort of post-winter shake-out, make sure all things are good, and so I can just really acquaint myself with all the things I like and dislike about it, and I might do a video on that. Be interesting, because in my head, although it's a very modern bike in all the features that it's got, all the wonderful things it's got, it's still just an old Guzzi. It's the same 90-degree V-twin, still rattles and pops and bangs and does all the things this thing does. Although I think this is prettier. I do think it's a prettier bike. I hope that the chap that owns it thinks as much of it as I do. I'm sure he does. In fact, I do know he does. He's the guy who buys bikes the same way I do. He sees something that he just goes, oh, that's pretty, I fancy that, and buys it. And I'm pretty much the same. You know, oh, that looks good, bang, I've got it. And you then go, I've now got to go and tell upper management what I've done. And once you've taken the flak, it's still worth it. Still well worth it. Because you end up with stuff around you that you like. Which is far better than the real world. Because this, although it is my world, there's so much more going on out there that I need this distraction to make my life worthwhile. Especially at my age. It's really good to have these passions. And if anybody isn't sort of interested in bikes like I do tend to just sit there, especially if we go out of an evening with the wife and some of her friends or whatever, and they get a drink, and we sat and go, and what's going on? Oh, well, I've got a bike. Oh, you know that. And that's it. I sit there and drink, I've got nothing to say to them. If they're not into bikes, or cars at least, or motor racing of some sort, my conversation dries up pretty quickly, because I have been instructed not to talk politics or religion anymore. Because I get wound up about that as well. So I'm not allowed to talk about that. I'm certainly not going to bring it to this this platform. But this is the problem. My friends, this is all we talk about. We talk about the nuances and the wonderful things, and we talk about how good they are. And like I say, this gentleman I met, he's a really nice chap. I met him via an advert for a motorbike that I bought off him, and he bought a bike off me in fairness. And we've been pals ever since. And that kind of sums up what I've just been saying. If you're into bikes, you're into making friends with people with bikes. It's great, so, especially the older stuff, because there's so much to talk about. There's so much history in there to talk about, and it's really good. I don't know whether I'm ever going to get off this Italian kick. I've still got the GT380 I want to talk about at some point. But the Italian stuff keeps taking over somehow. I often wonder whether I've got some Italian blood in me, but I'm pretty sure I haven't. I just love the stuff they produce. Well, I'm kind of going to leave it there. Please leave comments, particularly if you can give me more information about the little Imola with the 4 valves, and the fact that we never saw the 350 in this country. They only ever brought the V50, which was the 500. I believe that, yes, sorry, they brought the V50, then they brought the 750. The 750 really didn't sell very well in this country, but we certainly did not get the 35s. These were all grey imports, and I think the reason is that Italy wanted to keep the best for themselves and not let us plebeians have these nice bikes. I don't know what the marketing thinking was, but I do think had this been marketed in this country, that we may have a bigger appreciation, certainly a bigger club for them. What would have been interesting, I don't know, I don't know if they made a 250 of this V-twin. I really don't know. Because we had that 250 law back in the day, where your first bike could be a 250. Then you pass your test, you can go and kill yourself on anything you want. But I know Benelli had the 250C, which was the twin cylinder 2-stroke. They also had the 250 Quattro, which was a 4-stroke, 4-cylinder, hence Quattro, 250, which must have been a delight to listen to. I'd love to get my hands on one, but nonetheless, I don't know whether they did it to these. I don't think these went down to 250. I'm going to do some research on that. I'm going to have to, just for my own peace of mind, because had I been given the option of my first bike, which was a Villiers 200, it was a Greaves, a road-going Greaves, or a twin-cylinder V-twin 250 Moto Guzzi, I know which I would have wanted, and I know which I wouldn't have been able to afford. But there you go. It would have been, yeah, I'm going to have to do that research for you, or for me, not you. You go do your own research, because otherwise we wouldn't have anything to argue about. But really nice, pretty bike. I hope you agree that you think it's a nice, pretty bike. And I do think a lot of its features are just so well known. The Tonti frame, the aluminium swing arm, the Brembo brakes, these are linked as well, as I discussed with my California, but these you have to work at, they're not sharp like mine are. But they're nice, don't get me wrong, lovely brakes, but they're not that woo. That's it. So if you like what you've heard, like what you've listened to, my ramblings about basically Italian bikes at the minute, press the like, press the subscribe, even the little belly thing, and we'll talk to you again in the very near future. Like I say, I do have a surprise this week. Take care, everyone.